Hey, hello to everyone who's watching this video. So I picked up Rocket Arena not long ago from the PS Plus free game stuff. And I've been playing it, and honestly, I've been having a blast, pun intended, playing as Amphora. And I've been watching a lot of videos on her, see what people think of her, see how people play her. And they seem to play it a little bit differently than I do, so I'm just gonna tell you what my opinion of her is, why do I like her, how do I play her, my builds, stuff like that. So if you like Amphora, this video is gonna be for you. I'm gonna try to be as, short and to the point while giving as much information as possible. And I'm just gonna start by showcasing her abilities and telling you what I like about them and how I use them and what things you might not know about them. So the first ability that you have is the mines. Not much to them. They follow the enemy. There are 3 of them. They don't do much damage, but they're so guaranteed and they combo off of anything so perfectly that it's basically just free damage. They're perfect to hit the enemy in the middle of a combo or just finish him off. Not much to them. They're not very big brain, so let's just move on to the next. Your primary fire is the charged torpedo, that obviously, as you can see, you can charge it. It takes 4 fully charged shots to put someone in the red, so it does significant damage, although you have to hit them directly. This ability has a big hitbox. You can just hit someone, you can just hit the area around them and it'll do damage to them, although not as much damage as hitting someone directly. As you can see, I've already hit 4 shots in this guy and he's still like 3/4 of the health. The tiny little shots actually have a big hitbox as well. Okay. Actually have a big hitbox as well. You can just shoot at someone's feet and it'll hit them as well. Although they do significantly less damage. You need to really like hit someone. As you can see, it has a ridiculous hitbox, but it does no damage. And it takes a while. Yeah, I normally use the charge shot because I just like the gameplay better. I just like to call myself and just hit the target once I have it in my sights. But if you want to spam the tiny rockets, that's actually quite effective if you actually hit them. As you can see, I just knocked that guy into next Tuesday. No problem whatsoever. You can just spam them. It's just how you like, or you can just mix them. You can do whatever you want with it. When it comes to rocket jumping, charging your shots definitely gets you higher than just not charging them. As you can see, we reach the face of the animal there, as opposed to the tiny little ones that only allow you to reach the frame of the picture. But the tiny ones are just so much faster. It's just more efficient to use them. You can use the charged shots definitely, but it's not as good or fast. If you want to be efficient, just use the tiny ones. I've seen some people say that the charged shot is faster than the small shots, or that the small shot is faster than the charged shot, and that's not true. I'm gonna fire a big one into the distance, followed by a small one, and you'll see that they'll be at exactly the same distance throughout the travel. As you can see, they don't surpass each other, they have exactly the same range. So if you're using the tiny ones or the charged one because it's faster, then you have to realize that they're not. They're exactly the same speed, just use whatever you want. Amphora's third ability is her hydro form, and there's 3 main things that you need to know about this hydro form. The first one is, as you can see, it gives you a pretty generous speed boost. So you can use it to approach your enemies faster, or in stuff like the football minigame or the mega rocket one, you can just go to the zone super fast and nobody can catch up to you unless they use their special abilities. The second thing is it has a secondary health bar, so it actually acts as sort of as a safe move, like a defensive move. So if you in a pinch, you can just activate that, get a little bit of shield, use your enhanced speed to get out of the situation. It's basically a get out jail free card. And if you use it correctly, it will be very useful for you. The third one is just damage. As you can see, it does a pretty good amount of damage. Not that crazy, but it also repositions the enemies right in front of you. Well, not right in front of you, but if you use it right, they'll be right in front of you. It has a very big hitbox. You can just, as you can see, I wasn't even under that guy and still got him. If people are in the air, they'll still get hit by it. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try and put this guy in the air. As you can see, what is he? Okay, as you can see, yeah. It goes, the hitbox is pretty big, and it's pretty hard to escape from. And you can just use it offensively, defensively, as a speed. It's basically a jack of all trades, and it's really good. So what I don't see many people talking about is the combo potential that Amphora has. So, for example, in case you don't know, you can throw your mines and charge your blast at the same time, and maintain your charge while you throw the mine. So you can use stuff like this, like no problems, and you can just do a huge amount of burst damage that way. So what I like to do is, I like to charge my shot, right? Throw the bombs, throw the shot, either form, go on top of them, charge my shot, throw bombs, hit. And that'll basically do a lot of fucking damage, alright? It's a little bit hard to do on matches, right? Especially since, you know, you're fighting against real people that can dodge and hit you back and stuff. But if you catch them off guards, just charge your shot, mines, shot, either form, just follow them, charge a shot, hit them, mines. As you can see, like, this guy, like, doesn't even make an effort to escape my attacks because he's a bot. But, yeah, landing the full combo is actually not that hard, and it does a lot of damage. But you're asking yourself, like, what the hell is up with my cooldowns there? Am I hacking? Am I a cheater? Because every time I throw my bombs and use my idle form, the cooldown just freaking disappears. The hell is up with that? How can I combo off of that if the cooldown is big? Well, that's because of a specific item that is basically meant for Amphora. This item right here, Crystal Crown, is basically mandatory for Amphora, and basically mandatory for any character that has a good special and a good alternative ability that combo off of each other. So every time I use my Hydro form, basically 40% of my, not basically, actually 40% of my cooldown of my bombs just disappears, which allows me to combo the bombs into the Hydro form and then the Hydro form into the bombs. For the rest of the build, you can just basically use whatever you want, as long as it, like, you know, builds off of each other. I like to use movement speed in the air because the Hydro form throws me in the air, and this game is just overall very aerial based, so having 15% movement speed on top of that is really good. It gives me a lot of control and a lot of, you know, it doesn't feel clunky. I use this one because Hydro form is such a good get out of jail free card, so if I'm taking damage, I'll just get it faster and, you know, be able to either attack the one who's attacking me or just get out of there and regenerate my blast thing. When making builds, I see a lot of people just mindlessly stacking damage on top of damage, not even caring about what consequences that'll have and what effects that'll have on gameplay. Like, for example, Boom here, I use him with this build, and this build is a lot of damage focus, but you have to understand that. Okay, first of all, this one pretty much demands me to stay on the ground. This is a very ground-based build, right? But instead of just adding just this tiny little freaking 5% damage, which is barely even noticeable, I add the movement speed, which allows me to get in closer or get out of the battle much faster and makes me much harder to hit. With that additional damage, I can get more KOs, right? Which will then, you know, boost my damage even more. This is a damage-focused build, but it just doesn't mindlessly stack damage on top of damage. You have to make stuff build off of each other. If you're gonna make a build that is on the ground, you have to make a build that, you know, is on the ground. This one is a very aerial build because it uses Hydro form a lot, so I'm gonna put boost capacitor in it so I can, like, fly around as freely as I can and just dodge stuff if I need to. But yeah, this is the build that I have for her. That's my mentality on the game's build system. That's what I use. That's what I like. If you like my combos and my opinion, just go ahead and do whatever you want. Give me some support. To demonstrate how I play Amphora, I'll do a 1v1 match because the other matches are a little bit too chaotic and it's hard to understand what's happening sometimes. I have to say that I'm not a professional, nor have I played this game religiously. I'm not a pro gamer, and also I'm on PS4, so it might be a little bit different on PC. I'm just sharing my vision and the way I like to play, and if you find it helpful, then thank you. Okay, so we're going up against Mistine, which is a little bit tricky because she has shields and illusions and
knock out your opponent.
And yeah, so I like to get in some shots from a distance. Whoa, you can see. Whoa. Okay, this doesn't seem to be a real one. Okay, this is the real one. Oh no, it was the other one. As you can see, I just comboed her, and it did a huge amount of damage. And it's basically a big burst. Where is she? That she is. She likes to use that. Off to go. Off to. My mines are up. I'm just gonna use them. My thing's not up. Damn it. Okay, it took me a while to use my hydrophone, but I could have definitely escaped it if I had it up. That's what my item that reduces the cooldown was for. If I pressed the button a little bit sooner, I would have been able to get out of there. Get the combo in. Mines again, and it's done. See that? That's how you do it. And Amphora is a very good burst character.
Knock out your opponent.
Even if I lose this match, I already got what I wanted off of it, which is to showcase the combo. Well, there he goes. You can see, pretty decent amount of damage with those mines. Mines again, I don't know where the mines went. And then the tiny shot to guarantee the victory. Very efficient. Use the tiny shot in the mines to always secure the win. Or just use the big one if you like miss a lot and you want a bigger hitbox. There she is. Mix in some... oh, never mind. Mix in some charge shots if you think you can. It even helps because it reduces the cooldown of the bombs. While the bombs are charging, you can just do whatever. You can just go through this, charge shot, water form, charge shot, mines, and then dodge a little bit. I didn't hit the... it was the thing. You see, I just got out of jail. Oh, and there you go. The mines just finish it off. See, the mines are so guaranteed, and we won. See, this is how I like using Amphora. Just use this combo, and you'll be good. I don't know if there are other combos you can use. I mean, it's not like the characters are very in-depth, let's be honest. They only have 3 abilities, the main fire being one of them. But yeah, that's just how I use her, and I have a lot of fun playing like that.